That 0 off the board. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now this throw caught left side. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. First down, here's White. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch twist. Take both of them. Under 10.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 6. Roethlisberger, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Roethlisberger now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. On first down, Grant. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Wilson. Now he's got the hook up to Moore. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Now Wilson. And he fends him off. Now he's Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Fourth down, and out is the all-pro punter from a year ago, Michael Dixon, to punt for Seattle. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Set! Black 20! Right there, 54 Mike. Let's go!
They'll run on first down. White. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. On 1st and 10 is Counter. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down now, it's White. He's got the first down here inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Back, alert! Check your hot read. Big. Check 13.
On 3rd down, it's Counter. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Now it's Wilson. Evades him at the 20. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Let's go. Let's do this.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The rookie DK Metcalf, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Watch left. Turn right. We got 4. Mike's 50.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And out across midfield down to the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Grant. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Go. 48 smart. 36 power. Watch the screen.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Bud Dupree, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Good job, fellas.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. To throw is Wilson. Forced out to his man. A big loss here as he's taken down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Check.
They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Back, 30. Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 24.
This time, Roethlisberger will throw. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
There you go. Hey, Haywood. Hey. Hey, 50's the money.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack.
Seventy-seven. Go!
They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. And the pressure gets to him again. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Here's Wilson to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. They'll toss it out to Carson. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make a minute. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down. They go play action with Roethlisberger. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Easy. SOS. Tighten up. Check. Hey, alert.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiver.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Here we go on 4th down with Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So the defense does their job. They get rid of that 0 on the scoreboard. Now we'll see if their offense can come to play.
Well, that's the way you get things started, right? Score yourself on defense, give the ball back for your offense, and tell them, let's go. We're in the game now.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. He's going to let this one go deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Trey Flowers picks it. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. They were looking for Johnson that time.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From midfield now, here's Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. 20! And all the way in, touchdown. Will Dissly, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Oh, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or 2 today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or 2? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run with White. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They go right back to White here on 1st down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. first down. It's Connor. And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
That one good for 14 yards. He's done his part sailing past the century mark on the ground with rushing yardage, but his team, a different story.
Yeah, they're down big in this ball game, so sometimes you wonder to yourself how much of that is him with a great performance and how much of that is the defense just loosening up because they have a big lead.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled the run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Here's White, and this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. They'll run for it. This is White, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now, this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. There's Wilson.
Good route, good pickup.
There he goes, right side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants him to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They start the drive with White. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play? Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 34. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. One last shot for Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Seahawks, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers.